Hello once again and welcome to the Manly Putsies. It is Thursday and I'm going to have to check the date. I think it's September 30th of 2010. I hope you're all doing alright. I'm hanging in there. I'm going to be making it a short video again this week, I think, because I'm still quite busy and have lots of things to do. So we'll get to it.
He's a man, such a man, such a man. He's a real man's man.
So to start off, this past week, just like last week, has been quite busy for me. I've been doing lots of activities, including continuing to paint the neighbor's garage whenever I'm feeling decent. Last week I felt pretty darn well the whole week, so I did a lot. This week has been a little different. I'm having a couple symptoms flare up, and I've been a little bit more anxious than normal, unfortunately. It's a really difficult symptom to deal with, anxiety. It's horrible, especially when you don't know why it happens. It just kind of randomly hits you. It sucks. But so I've been dealing with that and painting, and then lots of other activities and just running around in errands and things like that you'd normally have to do. But I'm trying to push myself to tackle more than I typically would, given how I'm feeling. So I'll push myself beyond, a couple steps beyond what I think I should do. And so far it's been alright. It probably isn't helping my symptom flare up at all, but it's worth it just to get more things done. So anyway, Andrew, it was real good to see you again this week. It's been a little while. Sorry to hear about all this crap with the pretzel company and all the stress I'm sure that's got you under. That's never helpful. Stress is a very bad thing when it comes to dealing with POTS and, of course, anxiety and things like that. I sure hope you're doing all right with it. It's got to be a load. So, but it was real good to see you again. I hope things start improving for you real soon. Dave, dude, your videos are always ridiculous. Funny intro, and it was cool to see you using all the PlayStation Move stuff. One of my friends just bought one, and he was over here, I think last weekend with it, and we got to try that thing out. And it actually comes with a game that has disc golf on it, which of course you all know I'm a bit of a fan of. So we were playing that, and I've got to say I was pretty impressed with it. It's much more accurate than the Wii, even with the little, I don't know, the extra accelerometers or whatever is in that expansion thing for the Wii. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, sorry, but yeah, I was quite impressed. It took for freaking ever to set that thing up, though. Good lord. Whatever happened to just putting in a cartridge and turning the thing on if you want to play a game? Or for those that use PCs, just pop the game in and go. You know, I mean, I don't have a PlayStation 3. I don't have any of the newer consoles, because to me it's just it seems absurd that every once in a while they'll say, sorry, you can't play the game right now. You need to go and wait for this patch to download and update the game, or something crazy like that. Now, I'm sure that that's fine on your internet connection, Dave, but when that has happened, when my friends have brought their PS3s over to my house, yeah, we can be sitting there waiting for a half hour, 45 minutes until we can actually play the game, which is absurd to me. I just want to play. So anyway, that's my little video game rant. But yeah, it was real cool to see the Move and all the other games, dude. Cool video. Frank, I know you're going through a little bit of a rough patch right now, symptom-wise, from being down in Florida and doing the Heart Walk, which I commend you for greatly once again. That was really cool to see all the pictures that you had up on Facebook from that. I was quite giddy about it. It's really cool. And I'm really glad that you all pulled it off without too much of a problem, at least initially. So it's really cool to have done that. That's fantastic. You know, raising awareness for POTS and dysautonomia, and you know, just I mean, when you go out and do something like that, you can't help but feel a sense of accomplishment once you're done. And just that in itself is worth a ton. So, good job. Anyway, yeah, so I hope you start feeling better soon, dude. In terms of what's going on with me now, I've got a lot of stuff to do today, hence I'm going to be cutting this video short. I hopefully will be painting some more at the neighbors. I've also got to go get a haircut. I've got to buy some shoes. I've got to get a whole bunch of errands and other chores done. But before I head out, I did want to mention and ask about food. We've talked about that a couple times, I know, but this morning was a huge example for me. The last couple of days, especially yesterday, I worked a lot over at the neighbors yesterday, and I did it for longer than I should have. And one thing that happens to me when I'm already somewhat symptomatic to begin with is that I don't get that, well, at least a lot of the time, I don't get that urge to eat. I don't feel hungry. All that happens is a gradual increase in my symptoms. So yesterday when I was over there painting, I had actually run over when I should have eaten by like an hour already. And then I was on the phone talking to Frank and Kylie, and I was really, really wired and anxious, and I was feeling very symptomatic, unfortunately. And that actually continued even after I realized that I hadn't eaten, and I went in and ate food, of course, but it still continued. And now this morning, I woke up and I was still feeling a little bit rotten, but I ate breakfast, and I made sure that I ate a large breakfast, and I included potatoes. And I've talked about this a couple times before, but for me, for some very strange reason, when I eat potatoes, a decent amount, like a good sized potato, like that big, baked potato, something like that, fries, anything, it seems to really help my symptoms, a lot of them, including the anxiety, or what I think is the anxiety portion of it, and sometimes feeling twitchy, and sometimes the dizziness and everything. It's very strange, but as far as I've found, the only thing that helps is potatoes. And I'm not entirely sure if it's because of some nutrients that are in them, or if it's because of just purely the density, the fact that it's a very dense and filling, meaty kind of food. I'm not sure. But I guess my question for this week, which may have been asked before, and I apologize if it was, but have any of you found any foods that actually help your symptoms? Potatoes are the only one for me that I've found that does, and it's very strange because a lot of the times I can make a noticeable impact in almost all of my symptoms just by eating a lot of potatoes. Really weird, I know, but yeah, so that's basically it. I do want to let you guys know that I may not be making a video next week, and possibly for a week or two after that. I'm not entirely sure, but next week more than likely I will be absent, so I apologize, but that's alright. You guys will forgive me, right? Alright, take care everyone. I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you in a couple weeks, I guess. Take care. Remember a week or two ago when I showed you guys some of my yard? This is the internet tower that my stepdad actually built. It's kind of gaudy. It's actually really ridiculous. but there's a platform on there. That right there is another bat house, and way, way up there is the actual dish that receives the information and sends information way, way far away, which you can't see, of course. Over here on the horizon, there's a huge silo that has another antenna on top of it. So that's where I get my internet from. And a couple days ago, we had a really, really, really strong windstorm. It was kind of insane, actually. And it was actually strong enough to spin the pole that the antenna is on, so we weren't getting internet anymore. And because my stepfather is currently on vacation, I actually had to go up here and fix it, turn the pole, and get our internet working again. So, the joys of living in the bubble out in the country where no internet is possible. Yay, shorter hair! So how often does this happen? I walked into the shoe store, and the very first pair of shoes that I tried on not only fit perfectly, but they were comfortable and they were exactly what I was looking for. So I bought them on the spot. I was in there for like 3 minutes. I want to show you guys just how destructive I am to shoes. So here's my current disgusting Avia, or whatever the heck this thing is. I don't know what it is. I've had this shoe for about a year. See, now all these are bite marks from the young dog, Bronson. See all that? Oh, he loves biting shoes. And that's while they're on my feet, you should know. That's not when it's just laying around or anything. No, it's always when they're on my feet that he does that. He just loves it. So that's what a pair of my shoes looks like after about a year. Notice there's absolutely no tread whatsoever left. Well, on the back, but on the front, for sure. Now, sorry. So that's a year-old shoe that used to be white, as a matter of fact, and it was not actually gray. And here's the new shoe, the equivalent of it, basically, Nike. Notice the color difference? Oh yeah, oh yeah. Within probably 8 months, this shoe will be this color. What are you doing, Beano? What are you doing? Are you crazy dog? Are you crazy dog? What are you doing down there? Go to sleep. Go to sleep, Beano. Oh, you allergic? What? Flop.